Thanks for joining us. What does this
Thank
mean?
you.
What does this mean for the fight over free speech? Because we have Congresswoman Cathy McMorris Rodgers joining other Republicans in the House, sending letters to Twitter and Facebook and other social media asking, is the Biden disinformation czar still pressuring them now? So what's your take on what's going on?
My take is this. Elon Musk is a smart man, and I think he may be doing one or two things together here. One of them is really showing what the real value of Twitter is, which he knows. And by value, I mean that a lot of these are fake accounts. I think he is going to really take the wrapper off of this and show that there's a lot of fake accounts and not all of this has ever been real. And I think that serves the purpose of free speech well. Secondly, I think he's negotiating a better price. And that's going to be interesting how he's going to go about that, because he does have an agreement. He certainly is going to receive a financial punishment if he breaks it. If it's just a separation, it's only $1 billion, but which for him is, pocket change. But if it gets into a lawsuit, it could be more than that. For the American public, I think it's good because it's showing, again, what these bot accounts are about, the fact that a lot of the information isn't truthful. A lot of people are taken off of Twitter when they shouldn't be. I'd like to tell you one real quick story. I was on YouTube for months with an endorsement with a lot of different things, but with the President of the United States, our former President of the United States, Donald Trump, endorsing me. Mayorkas came before our committee the other day, and I beat him up really hard, and justifiably so, asked him to resign publicly. And after that, suddenly it was discovered that there was disinformation, and the fact, I don't know what the disinformation could possibly be, that the president, the former president, had endorsed me. They took me off. I was banned from YouTube on this particular video. So,
all right, so
this is not freedom of speech.
Yeah, it's still going, right? I mean, it's still happening.
It's still happening. It's going to get worse. They're so afraid, Liz. They're so afraid that they have this disinformation czar who's a nut and a weirdo. I'm sorry, but she is. And they have her, and she's going to actually be taking things off and leaving other things on that aren't truthful. And we've seen that before. This is not our America.
Musk mocked an idea by Biden's new disinformation czar that, we broke this story a few nights ago. We were talking about how Nina Jankowicz wants to let other people, basically verified accounts, edit other people's tweets, and Musk is making fun of that. He's also criticized the Democrat Party. He says he's been hijacked by extremists, but he's also saying on the right too, the far right, that there's problems. He's politically center right. Let's watch the media and their outrage over Musk taking over Twitter with his bid. Watch this.
Elon Musk lives in a world in which the only kind of free speech is white men feeling free to say whatever the hell they want.
A petulant and not so bright billionaire casually bought one of the world's most influential messaging machines and just handed it to the far right.
His idea of freedom means freedom to be a jerk. It's about free speech of straight white men.
I feel like Elon Musk just knows that he himself can escape to space, and the rest of us Earthlings will have to deal with this.
Why inject race into this?
Look, they're scared because they know this would be a source of opening up an avenue for truth. I hope at the end of the day he does buy it, just for the good of America, because we need more public marketplaces of ideas, of exchanging ideas, and of telling the truth. For example, all that we just saw, all of that was the non-truth, the untruth. So the purveyors of disinformation pretend that they are the purveyors of information.
Musk is saying he believes Trump belongs on Twitter, but he would personally prefer someone less divisive to run for president in 2024. That's what Musk is personally saying. He's also saying that Biden was elected because people grew tired of the drama. So he's making those statements as well. So the other thing too is that when you look at how this whole thing unspooled and how it all went down, and it just flushed out how we do our national conversation on Twitter, and you see how the media is doing its reporting, right? It's not really about facts, it's about opinions, right? And people thinking that their opinions are facts or their thoughts are facts, especially without any evidence, accusing Musk of racism.
And it's not only that it's opinions, it's one set of opinions. There's not even an exchange of different opinions or ideas generally in most of the legacy media, or in most media other than you and some other folks. You don't even hear both sides. You don't hear anything that's truthful. If you sit back and you look at this and realize all of the challenges that we have now, and President Trump, I will admit, is a friend of mine. And so I am more than willing to put up with a few tough, mean tweets rather than a country that's completely falling apart at the seams because of what these people did. I've never in my lifetime, there's nobody alive who's ever seen a president that is doing as bad a job as this one is, a majority Congress that's doing that job.
Congressman Van Drew, it's good to have you on. Thanks for joining us.